Hey guys, welcome back to One Seed, One World. Please subscribe to our channel and thanks for stopping by and checking out another video. Today I just wanted to go over a couple things about growing sweeter carrots. There's a lot of videos out there on how to germinate carrots and get them started, but a lot of the videos don't talk a whole lot about what you want to do to get a nice sweet carrot. Germinating carrots on its own can be kind of a chore. Sometimes they can have lower germination rates and be kind of a pain to start, and there's different ways that you can do that. To give yourself a good start, you want to have a loose, soft soil. If you are in an area that has rocky soil or really hard-packed clay like what we have here, then you're going to want to probably start your carrots in like a pot or a raised bed, somewhere you have better control of the soil, where you can put a looser soil, maybe mix a little sand in with it, and kind of give it the best chance so you don't get all those weird gnarly shaped carrots. So I did a little patch here in a raised bed. And for growing sweeter carrots, I mean, really the first thing is genetics of the different varieties. Some carrots or some varieties are just sweeter than others. I mean, there are ones that you can check out like Purple Dragon, I think it's St. Valerie, Littlefinger, Nantes, I don't know how you pronounce it, Nantes. There's a couple of varieties of those that tend to be sweeter. So when you are first deciding on what type of carrot to grow, take a look at the varieties and see what the sweetness is. Carrots are, the sweetness level is based on the brick scale, kind of like, you've got peppers that have, the scale for heat, for how much hotness and capsaicin, whatever is going on with the carrots, or I mean with the peppers. Carrots have their own scale for sweetness, which is the brick scale. But once you've chosen your variety, the next big player when it comes to getting a good sweet carrot is temperature. They do best when they've got cool nights and warm days. Carrots have basically two things going on that kind of determine their aroma and flavor. The first one is terpenoids, and terpenoids is what gives them their aroma, and it is that kind of like woody, piney, citrusy kind of thing that goes on. And young carrots develop their terpenoids first. So if you pull a carrot too early, you might gonna get something that tastes a little soapy, a little woody, and maybe not have a whole lot of sweetness to it. As the carrot matures, then it will start developing the sugars through the photosynthesis that comes, through the foliage, and start getting all those sugars that it then stores in the root. So if you've got warm days with the sun coming down on the carrot greens, it's processing all that photosynthesis stuff, and then stores the different sugars into its roots. And if you have cool nights, then it's not going to expend those sugars. It's going to just keep them stored in the roots, and then basically end up with a sweeter carrot. So your good time to plant carrots is in the spring. You can actually succession plant them. So you do a first planting in the spring where you've got the cool nights and warmer days. And then normally by it depends on your growing zone, but like midsummer, the end of June, early July, somewhere in there, those should be mature enough that you can then pull them. And then do another planting, maybe around August or so. You don't want your soil to be too warm. I think if it's if your soil temp is like over 80 degrees or something like that, they won't even germinate. So you don't want it to be too hot when you do a second planting for the fall, but you can do a second planting for the fall, like in late summer. Just time your frost dates and whatnot, so that you can then get another harvest come late fall before things get too cold. So variety and temperature are the two ways to get your sweet carrots. I've got here the new Carota carrot, which is a seed that I got from Baker Creek, and they had a really high germination rate. I did little rows in this bed, and I think it seemed like about 100% of them had sprouted. And I actually had to go through and thin them out, and I still didn't thin them out as good as I should have. There's still a lot in here that are kind of close together, but we'll see if we can't get some pulled up here. Oh no, I broke that one. Dang. Another thing too, the best time to pull carrots, well, there's two good times to pull carrots. One, at the end of a warm day, because it's been storing all those sugars all day long. And two, you want your ground to be a little moist, so maybe after a rain, or do some watering first, because sometimes they get a little tight in there. And like this one, which looked like it was going to be a really good carrot, I just broke off in the ground, so I need to dig that one out. So let me get this soil loosened up a little bit, and then we'll pull some carrots. All right, so I got a little water on these and got the soil loosened up a little bit. Should have probably done that before I started this video. So anyway, now that I'm pulling these out though, so you can get carrots out. And this, now I got some little ones in here. These might be too young, but I'm pulling this whole bed, so it's okay. And this new Carota carrot, generally I do have, I have pulled some longer ones already, but as a whole, the new Carota carrot is a shorter carrot than some of like those great big long ones that you might see in your grocery store. So I'm gonna get these carrots pulled up, and then we'll take a look and see what we end up with. So we got a decent little haul here. Again, like I said, this is a smaller variety of carrot, and so they're not going to be super long like some of the ones that you see at the grocery store. That one got a little ugliness to it. Also, you know, when you're doing your carrots, just besides doing sweet carrots, but you want to make sure they have enough room to grow. And I did not the greatest job of thinning these out. So there were some that were too close together. But you can see the difference between like ones that were like, that were right tight up against each other, versus ones that were thinned out better, that had better room to grow. Like that one, that was in a good spot where I thinned it out. These were kind of tied up against each other. They didn't get, you know, enough room to develop completely. So you want to space your carrots out, or thin them out, you know, so that you can get a nice full size. So, quick summary: you want a sweet carrot, pick a variety that just is genetically sweeter than some of the others. 2, work with your temperatures for your growing zone. You want cool nights, like around 60 degrees, and warm days. Warm days builds up those sugars. Cool nights keeps them from expending those sugars. Don't pick them too early, because then you're just going to get all the terpenoid flavors, which just tastes like you're eating a pine cone or licking turpentine. Don't lick turpentine. That'll kill you. But you know, other little things that you can do is harvest towards the evening after it's had all day to build sugars up throughout a nice warm day. To make it easier to pick your carrots, make sure your soil is moist or loose so you can easily pull them out and not break some of them off like I did today. And plant them in, you know, a softer, looser soil, something that's not full of rocks or hard clay. And then also when you cook carrots, that increases the sugars that are in them. So a cooked carrot will always be sweeter than a raw carrot, but you can still get some pretty sweet raw carrots. It's a good carrot. So again, thanks for stopping by. Hope that this video was helpful to you for growing sweeter carrots. And I hope that whatever's going on in your neck of the woods, in your gardens and your homesteads is going fantastic for you, and that everything in your garden is coming together and that you're getting we sweet carrots. We will see you again soon. Have a great day. Namaste.